it real with a killer Pitchmaster show. So when I tell y'all this Sunday is already lit, it has been an incredible time of ups, downs, and all sorts of things. And so I just want to start off by saying, even though in this episode we're talking about Rainmaking, a speaker who's vouching for you, let me tell y'all something. When things can go wrong, when things can go sideways, when things can go left, you need to have the right people in place. Because I'm telling you, I've experienced a lot of strange things over this past week that had me rethinking who I was. And that's actually a great thing, right? And so as an international professional speaker, top Fortune 100 corporate sales trainer, 5-time #1 best-selling author, I really want to share with you all today the power of rainmaking and speaking. So as you know, I wrote the book Rainmaking 101 from day one. And of course, I'm running from another live I was doing. And so I apologize for being late. I might have to stand up and go get that book so y'all can actually see it. In fact, you know what? Hold on. Let me go get this book real quick. Let me slide out real quick. Let me slide out the scene real quick. Come on. I'll come right back, y'all. I'll come right back. Just let me go ahead and do that. I'm gonna slide out the scene. Woo. But I'm really excited with this, y'all, because y'all know that it is very difficult to try to have a speaking career by yourself. It is very difficult when you think, you always hear people say, oh, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And now it has become, no, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. Why is that important? Y'all, when I tell you, I was just doing a Facebook Live and I was thanking all the people who showed up for me big time this week. For those of you who do not know, I won a National Speakers Award from Smart Meetings, where I was named one of their top speakers of 2024 and Career Optimizers, which means that I was judged nationally for my ability to bring humor, engagement, enlightenment, fun as I'm educating from the stage as a keynote. And that really meant a lot to me, because you would think, oh, you know, they actually check for things like that. And it's like, yes, they do. They really, really do. There are some speakers that bring a different kind of energy to the table. They don't sound like anybody else. And so to win that was just so wonderful. And on that same day, I'm in Forbes. And it's an article about, you know, my past and how I actually got to be the killer pitchmaster, the ultimate rainmaker and speaker and all these sort of things. So to get two things on one day is already incredible. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It's already incredible. But imagine looking back when it was dark and nobody wanted to know my name and nobody cared about what I brought to the table. I really want y'all to understand that it was a process internally I had to go through. A process of, do I really deserve the opportunity to shine again on stage? What do I bring to the table that's different? So I want to share with you all why to become a rainmaking speaker and why rainmaking should be a part of your speaking, be a part of your speaking tool and your arsenal, is because if you don't know anybody and nobody doesn't know you, you're not going to get far in this game. And there are many of us who, it reminds me of when I was in law school or when I was an attorney. You think if you do good work, you think if you have an incredible message, that's enough. It's not. It's not enough. The reason why I was selected for Smart Speakers is because someone had to say my name and agree that I am one of the best in 2024. To get into Forbes, NABO, National Association of Women Business Owners, had to nominate me as one of the top 3 business owners in the country. And although I didn't win, just look at all the opportunities that have come. If you think about it, me being in the top 3 led to me speaking 2 or 3 weeks ago at NABO Greater Raleigh chapter for the installation and awards dinner. And it's an event I was paid for. Just like when I go to Vegas in the middle of this month for the Smart Women Summit, I'm being paid to be there, not because I'm Precious Williams, but because of what I bring to the table. So one of the greatest things I want to share with you all about becoming a rainmaking speaker and rainmaking and speaking and why we're putting it together is because, yeah, I want your funnels full. Yes, I want people to constantly be calling you. I want you to field off offers and everything like that. But I also want you, what's the foundation of your speaking business actually like? And I know some of you all may hate for me to say this, but a lot of people sound exactly like a guru, sound exactly like using the same quotes, using the same language. It ain't yours. It doesn't sound real. And I want you all to be able to create something that is uniquely your own. You can use same tactics and techniques, but you can't. But I want it to be something that people will be willing to nominate you for awards or say, yes, you really represent that in our craft. So here's the 3 things I want you to know, because I know it's Sunday. I know a lot of people are out and about, and I don't want you to feel like you got to spend all Sunday with me. But it's very important to me for you all to understand what rainmaking is and why you have to have certain people in your network to vouch for you. So in my 5th book, Rainmaking 101 from Day One, Packaging, Positioning, and Pitching Secrets Exposed, a lot of us, like I said, went to school, went into the field of work, started working and realized that just because you do good work is not enough. Who's saying your name for opportunities? Who's vouching for you? Who's willing to put their name on the table for you? The only reason people will do that is if you've proven yourself. And so before I give you these 3, here's something I want you all to think about. If you are in the New York area this Tuesday and Wednesday, Luminary, along with Renee Blewett of She Did That, they're having a Black Business Month event. And on Tuesday, it's all about panels and keynotes and talks and networking and connection. And I'll be speaking on, pitching and fundraising along with Mita Malik of Brown Table Talk, one half of Brown Table Talk, and also Regina Gwynn, who is the co-founder of Black Women Talk Tech. And we'll be talking about pitching and fundraising. So this is really apropos. This is really timely. And I want you all, if you are in the New York area, New York, New Jersey area, to come on out on August 6th for that. On August 7th, it's going to be a smorgasbord of products and gifts that you can purchase from Black women-owned businesses. What I love is that I am a part of a membership of the Luminary, which is a women's co-working event space, connection space in Midtown. I've been a member almost 5 years come December 2019. And when I walked in, I had nothing. Look at where I am in almost 5 years. So to know the great CEO, Kate Luzio, and her great team, I love the fact that when you have a real network, they say your name. They know where you should be packaged and positioned in front of different networks. And because of her and her dynamic team, because of Renee Blewett, because of the name that I've created with the Lord's grace and mercy, my name is out there for opportunities. And for you to become a rainmaking speaker, or to be a speaker that is the only choice that matters in your industry for that particular zone of genius, shout out to Ramon Ray. It is important to be in the room. So whose rooms are you in to have the right people vouch for you? Who's in the room? What rooms are you in? And that's some of what we talk about when we talk about rainmaking speaker. If you want someone to vouch for you, have they ever met you? And yes, I've been booked for speaking engagements where people have not met me, but they're watching my videos. There is a track record in there. So the first thing I want you all to think about, and across the screen right now, I'm going to give you the link to Luminary, and She Did That, Renee Blewett's Black Business Month event. And the link is in the chat. If you do want the link later after I finish, I will make sure I give it to you. But the first thing I want you to think about when it comes to rainmaking and speaking and who's vouching for you is who knows you. What VIPs know you? And I don't mean VIPs like the world's VIPs. No. I mean, who's a mover and shaker in your industry or an adjacent industry that you admire? Maybe you've met. Do they really know you? If they don't, isn't it about time you start making yourself known? Please believe it's not a social media post. Please believe that's part of it, but you need to be seen in front of them. having a conversation, introducing yourself, starting to build a relationship. Because this is not one of those where we spray and pray. I want this week for you to reach out to 5 individuals that may be in your network or in an industry adjacent. And I want you to introduce yourself. And I mean authentically. Authentically. You're not going to ask them to buy your stuff. You're not going to, no. You're going to introduce yourself and see if there's any events that they're going to that would be good for you and that person to meet. That means they're not taking time out of their schedule. They're already going to be somewhere. But I want you to make a commitment to 5 people you're going to introduce yourself to this week. And if they're going to any particular events that would be good for you to attend, please let you know and you'd like to introduce yourself to them there. Right? So it's not taking time out of their schedule. What this does is show them your initiative and that you're going to make it your mission to show up. It doesn't matter if the event is not this week. Your thing is you're going to start getting into the process of making business development a part of what it is that you do. So if you can't get them on the phone or anything like that, see if they're going to a particular event and see if you can meet them there. Number 2, I want you to do a sweep of the top 2 platforms you are on social media. I want you to do an audit of yourself or with a friend, a trusted individual in business. And I want you to see what messaging are you putting out there about yourself and your business, whether it's product-based or service-based. Are you really hitting the mark? Is what you're putting out there or what somebody else putting out there about on your behalf, is it really moving the needle for that trusted individual and for yourself? Has your messaging gotten stale? Has it gotten old? Because if it has, then that's part of your problem. When it comes to packaging, I liken it to deciding between a Kia, a Lexus, or Rolls Royce. There's nothing wrong with Kias. There's nothing wrong with Kias. There's nothing wrong with the Lexus. And there's nothing wrong with the Rolls Royce. But each of them attracts different people. How are you showing up at events? How are you showing up online? Or is it congruent? If you're not gaining the attention of those you want to eventually purchase from you, how are you showing up? Are you showing up as a Kia? Are you showing up as a Lexus? Or are you showing up as a Rolls Royce? Positioning. And I'm sorry, I just confused that. That's how you know I'm tired. Anyway, packaging. How do you show up in the marketplace, right? Do you have a signature color, signature style? Is there something that's classic Precious? That's classic Terry. That's classic Stephanie. When it comes to positioning, this determines if you're going to get paid and how much. So when you start off, you take anybody who comes to the door. We understand that. But in order for you to go into the next levels of gaining the clients and customers you really want, you need to be thinking strategically about that. So what does that have to do with who's going to vouch for you? I often talk about it was the high dollar amount events that changed the game for me. Going to the Crane Small Business Awards when I had no money and turning that into an opportunity to get to gain a $500,000 investment. So I wasn't with people who were all vying, hoping that someone in the room would be their clients. I was with decision makers. When you think about it, being on Shark Tank, being in certain places elevated who I was because I was able to shine in my zone of genius to the people who would actually matter to. And now when people reach out to me or my agent to book me, they always want to know race because that's a given now. And I want y'all to think about that. It's a given. Who's going to vouch for if you're worth the money? Who in your network is going to say, hey, before you even contact her, before I even put y'all together, do know she's worthy of being paid for. Here's some of the companies that she's already worked with. Here's some of the schools or whatever. And let's just say you're starting out now. These are great things I want you to start thinking about, because a lot of speakers are going to be talked about, their messaging and their craft, which is great. But there's an extra level of understanding packaging and positioning that are just as important as your pitch, that are just as important. So who's going to vouch for you? Who's going to make sure that when the right person reaches out, or if somebody doesn't know you, they can get a rundown, they can do a pitch better than you can about yourself, because they love you and they trust you, they like you, they know you're going to serve, they know you're going to get results, they know you're going to make them look better. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? And number 3, networking never ends. It does not end. You don't have to go to every event. That's why you have to be strategic about the events that you go to. Maybe you choose a couple of high-end ones. Maybe you chose a couple just to get your name out there. But you have to be strategic about who do you want to meet in the room. And there will always be outliers that'll just pop up for no reason. Your thing, whether you're introvert, extrovert, or ambivert, is to make an impression. It's to make an impression. And to build on that relationship before you ask them, hey, can you buy my stuff? Can you book me? No. Because it often doesn't work like that. What usually starts as a relationship, them seeing you repeatedly. I think about my stylist, Latrice Monique of Latrice Monique Consulting. She knows how to make me look good. And as I started going up this ladder, she would remind me that every event I go to, that speaking event is to make this impression, to make a clear delineation between me as a speaker and those who are in the audience, and to stand on that. Y'all, I don't own any Balenciaga. I don't own any Fendi or Gucci. I don't own any of that. And I'm not saying that to make myself sound like I'm poor. I'm not. She finds the clothes that fit a full-figure diva's body that's growing and changing. She had clothes for me when I was 278 pounds, 300 pounds, and now 220 pounds. We've had to alter them and tailor them. That's good quality clothing. And I love the fact that she really opened my eyes. I also think about another great stylist friend of mine, Love Conquers All, Unisex Salon. She's a stylist too. Her name is Dinette. She's the first person that ever said to me, you're a celebrity, you just don't know it. And I'm looking at her like, So I remember when she colored my hair strawberry blonde, and I remember how I felt. And I remember looking at my outfits and being like, ooh, we need to step this up. Like, think about that. It changed. So although my hair isn't honey blonde, I throw a wig on it in a minute. What? Throw a wig on it? Why is that important? Because they were trying to show me where I'm going, right? When I'm in spaces that can't be photographed, when I'm hanging with people who I can't say their names, they're watching me. Am I going to do what everyone else does? Am I going to be all in their face? No, I don't need to be. If I'm here, I belong here. As the great Kelly Charles Collins always says, I belong in every room I'm in. I belong in every room I'm in, but I don't belong everywhere, which is why it's about being intentional about who knows you, not who you know. There are people who can know Gary Vaynerchuk. There are people who can know Tony Robbins, Lisa Nichols, Les Brown. All of these amazing people, Dr. Della Toro, Ramon Ray, Julia Pimsleur, Kate Luzio, like they can know all these amazing people, Ingrid Vanderveld, Alison Bagwell, Peggy, Cool Kids Crew. There are people, Dr. Priscilla, Shantae, the neuroscientist. They can know all of these great people. They can know people from Visa, Skull Candy, all these people. Can they vouch for you though? Can they speak about you with passionate energy and intensity? And these are some of the things that I teach in the Rainmaking Speaker. So of course, we're going to talk about the fundamentals. Of course, listen, of course. So I'm thinking about doing it either on September 14th or 21st in New York City. Special location. Oh, and if you want to learn more information about that, please type in the comments. You want links or Rainmaking speaker. But my biggest thing in coming to you today with those three is to show you that it is important that you have a real network and not a network of people that ain't growing. It's just not going to help you. You're the smartest. I can't be in the room. I can't be the smartest in the room. I just can't. I want somebody to. There was a Soror Pat, right, who came to the Rainmaking speaker live experience. When I tell you she's an executive coach, and when I tell you she challenged me at every step that day, can I tell y'all, she pulled up my big girl panties, snatched my edges, and I rose to the occasion. And I loved it. She made me better. How was she in the room? Because of Ayo, who founded Empower the Village, which provides Black entrepreneurs with the resources to start, grow, and expand their businesses. You see what I'm talking about with Network? Who's going to vouch for you? Who's going to vouch for you to get you into Ernst & Young, BMW, all of these things? Y'all, I didn't wake up like this. This took a calculated effort. And so if you would like to learn more, let me know. But the main point of keeping it real with the Killer Pitchmaster is no fluff, no BS. And my promise to you is I'll never come like that. And so let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Just want to let y'all know that at the Luminary, which is at 1204 Broadway in Midtown Manhattan on August 6th and 7th, the Luminary and Renee Blewett of She Did That are having their Black Business Month experience live. So it's going to be August 6th and 7th. On the first day, it's all about panels, discussions, keynotes, connecting, networking, all of those amazing things. And then on the 7th is the marketplace. Black women own businesses and they coming through to serve and make sure you right for Christmas time or any other time that you want to celebrate your clients and customers. Come on through. Get your tickets. The link is crossing below, or I can send it later. Here's something else I really want you all to take advantage of. So I am the proud co-host along with Lisa Zeiderman, managing partner Amelia Zeiderman. We're both board members. She is the chairman of the board of the Savvy Ladies. I am a board member to an organization that's dedicated to financial empowerment for women. We have a podcast, called The Power of the Ask. And we're asking you to check out our episodes. We have 8 episodes. We are meeting and interviewing women who are at the top of their game in entrepreneurship, financial services, who've overcome all sorts of challenges to be able to show women how to negotiate, to ask for their worth and demand it, and exit stage left if it's not, if respect is not even on the menu. What to do when you hit rock bottom. The resources that we have an amazing call line, and we're having an upcoming gala. Y'all know our galas do not play. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. But if you really want to see what the Savvy Ladies are doing, check out the Power of the Ask podcast. Because if you don't ask for it, you're not going to get it. And we're going to show you how. So please take advantage of the Savvy Ladies podcast. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and we're also on YouTube. So go to Savvy Ladies on YouTube and check out those episodes. We have 8 episodes already done, and they're already released. I'm so proud of the work that we're doing at Savvy Ladies. Thank you. Finally, some of you all may want to know, well, what is your website? Well, my website is www.perfectpitchgroup.com. And so on the screen, on the screen right now, if you'd like to see what we do at the Perfect Pitch Group, because we make it rain like snow on your business and make sure you're the only choice that matters, go to our website and then get these free gifts from me. So go to www.perfectpitchgroup.com/free-gifts. My free gifts are the first chapter of my book, Rainmaking 101 from day one. Packaging, positioning, and pitching. So get a taste of what I'm talking about being a rainmaker. And number 2, you get our PDF, Make It Rain Like Snow. And so these are great tactics and techniques to get yourself out there and really make it rain like snow in your business. Let me go to the chat and see what these great people are saying. Ruben, understanding. Okay, Ruben, I see what you've written here. We will have to take that conversation offline, but thank you so much for being here. Chase, my first car was a Kia. Chase, my first car was a 1997. Oh, wait, no, my grandmother gave me her Corsica, but my first car that I bought was a 1997 Dodge Neon. Baby, they got me from point A to point B. Okay. There is nothing wrong with a Kia. And I said that. There is nothing wrong. Hell, when I started out, I was a Kia. I was lower than a Kia. I mean, I know I was. Listen, I've grown up and glowed up in business, and I appreciate that. I started from humble beginnings. So just because you may be lower than a Kia or a Kia today does not mean that that's a bad car. It might mean that that's where you are, and you might want to just stay there. There's no problem with that, right? That's like a local business. It's fine. Then there's some who want to be Lexuses, and there's some who want to be Rolls Royces. It's not a problem. However, if you do want to be a speaker, I often think about this great speaker named Dr. Will Moreland. He called it backyard bookings, and I always love that. So he was primarily speaking in Phoenix, Arizona, but he really speaks all over the world now. So when we were in the pandemic, he said, make use of your local territory. Make use of your local, he was going to call it backyard bookings. I'm not often booked in New York, though. I don't know if y'all noticed that. If you ever go to my events page, I'm booked a lot of places, but not New York and New Jersey. I'm really not. So I didn't really have a lot of backyard bookings. So I wanted to make a name for myself nationally and globally. It's kind of like when I started my first business. I wanted to be national because I didn't know how to be regional or local. I didn't know how. I was like, well, I'll shoot big and then come back. And there's some people who are so good locally. They go regional, national, international. I just want to start national, international, and then go backwards. So I'm sure your first car was popping, Chase. And Chase, let me just say this about you. Chase, you are leaving the most incredible, supportive messages. And I thank you. I thank you for every message because you're watching the podcast. You are watching some podcasts that I'm on by myself. You are telling others to come. When I say thank you for your support, you're also in Pitch Bold Profit Go. Who does that? And this is what I mean by network. This is what I mean by who will vouch for you. The only way you can vouch for me is you've been watching me. You see that I am not a fly by night. I've been doing this for years and I ain't fell off yet. So thank you, Chase. And I'm giving you your flowers or power tools or whatever. Malika, what's up, Queen? Happy Sunday, Queen. I'm so glad you're here. No, that's you too, Queen. Growed up and glowed up. Girl, yes. I was talking to my client, Dana. And Dana is all that bag of chips. And so on the other side, Dana Cox, she wrote a book called The Fix, Focus and Intentional Execution. And I have loved her for years. She also won Savvy Ladies Mentor of the Year last year at our gala. And we were talking, and I do feel like it's the 45-year-old glow up. And when Drake said, I didn't grow up, that's how I feel. Like it took years to understand that as a speaker, I learned from other speakers. As a speaker, I learned from, reading the tea leaves in business journals and, watching certain shows and seeing how it applies to our industry. Like that's how I knew the tides was changing when it came to certain things that I was doing. It's important for me to share that with you all. As great as my proprietary formula is, it is also informed by what's happening in the United States. It's informed by what's happening in the economy and understanding that there are things that are changing. There are people who are losing their jobs. There are people who are losing their minds. There are people whose old way of life no longer fits this way of life. So how do you write your own paycheck? How do you stand out? Who I used to be as a trainer and a teacher is nothing compared to who I am today. The confidence is there. The ability to win national awards when I'm not pushing y'all to vote for me or anything like that. Like this is such a beautiful thing to grow up and glow up in business and in real life. That is the premise of Pitch Bold and Profit Gold. is to know that your personal life and your professional life can both be golden. So thank you for writing that. And I really appreciate that. Oh, is that another Pitchbone Profit Gold member, Cortina? You are a true inspiration to so many people, and I love you immensely. I love you too. I love you too, Tina Williams. And again, you always see Grandma in the background. You made this for me. You know how much I miss my queen, the best to have ever done it, the GOAT. I thought I was the GOAT. No, this is the GOAT right here. From 1933 to 2000. What up, PD? Oh, she's amazing. She's amazing. So who's going to vouch for you? My grandmother vouched for me. My principal vouched for me. Spelman College vouched for me. Rutgers Law School, Newark, they vouched for me. Every donor vouched for me. Sponsors for Educational Opportunity vouched for me. Sullivan and Cromwell vouched for me. The Honorable Judge Harold Bayer Jr., in Southern District of New York, vouched for me. My clients vouch for me. My support network vouches for me. My customers vouch for me. And thank you all. Thank you all. And just so y'all know, Malika is a former client of mine. So y'all need to check her out. She a baddie with her baddie friends. And Cortina, thank you for opening up, coming and driving all those hours in Florida to come get me so we can go to Longhorn Steakhouse and have dinner with you and your husband. Thank you that I honestly feel that no matter where I go in this world, there's somebody who knows my name and will be like cheers and open up their home. I often talk to y'all about I got stranded in Toronto trying to get to Halifax, Nova Scotia for International Women's Day in 2020. My flight left New York late, and a woman that I met at Intuit QuickBooks conference in San Jose happened to see that I was stranded at the airport, and because I was in a different country, that Canada didn't want to pay for it because I wasn't late because of them. I was late because of the airline in the United States. The United States is like, you are in another country. So this queen got her husband up, drove and got me from the airport, took me back to their house, fed me, put me to bed, got me back all within 7 hours. She only met me once at the Intuit QuickBooks conference. That's what I'm saying. Who's going to vouch for you? Bring you into their home, put you out on their couch. Who does that? You don't even know me. That's what I'm saying. Who's going to vouch for you? And so when I go back to Toronto in October, and I'm going to thug it out. So if y'all love me the first time, the second time, the third time's a charm. Let's get it. So thank you. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Tina. Malika, you know I'm with you to the girl. We are to the wheels fall out. So again, everyone, thank you all for coming for this. I told you I didn't want to keep y'all all day and all night. But my biggest thing to all of you, honestly, is that the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show, it is important for you to understand the power of being a rainmaking speaker. It is important for you to understand that it's not who you know, it's who knows you and is willing to vouch for you. Because people can know you and not know very much about what you do. So shout out to Savvy Ladies. Shout out to Bottomless Closet. Shout out to all these organizations that took me in when I was poor, broke, and lonely. And look at me now. Transforming lives and being paid to do so. So I thank you all for understanding. And again, if you are in New York City this Tuesday and Wednesday, please come out to the Luminary and She Did That Black Business Month event happening at the Luminary. I'll be speaking on a panel with Regina Gwynn, who is the co-founder of Black Women Talk Tech. We already have a relationship. I already work with Black Women Talk Tech. And also Mita Malik, one half of Brown Table Talk, along with DC Marshall. We're going to have a blast. They're going to be moderators like Ramon Ray, Trisha Tate. Like, listen, the heavy hitters are going to be in that space. So come out and get this work. The tickets, the link to get your tickets are below. Again, we would love for you all to listen to and subscribe. I'm on the board of Savvy Ladies. Wait, hold on, y'all. You know sometimes the computer don't want to be acting right. Hold on, let me just do this. Savvy Ladies. And so if you go to www.savvyladies.org/podcast-power-of-the dash ask, check out our podcast. I mean, we're getting women this work. We're cooking it up in a crock pot. You want that financial empowerment? You want to be able to negotiate with the masters? You want to be able to get paid your worth? You want to be able to grow and glow up? Check out The Power to Ask, and it's co-hosted with my wonderful, beautiful, outstanding co-host, Lisa Zeiderman, managing partner of Miller Zeiderman, doing that high-end divorce, y'all know. And y'all know my queen, Lisa, quiet luxury. That's what? Hella loud. Y'all gonna see it when you see her. I love her. I love what she has done for me. In fact, she read Rainmaking 101 from day one when it was just a thought, when it was just a manuscript. And this queen right here bought this for her firm and encourage everyone to buy my book. This is what those who vouch for you will do. And make sure that when we spoke at Columbia University's Law School and Business School, we taught together. Who does it? Who does that? Who does that? Savvy ladies. You know, next thing I know, one of the other board members, you know, nominated me to speak at Blackstone and the New York Women's Bar Association. But they know me because I'm on the board. They know me because I show up. They know me because of my good work. They know me because they helped me when I had nothing, and look at where I am today. It's the right people, y'all. It's the right people. And don't forget, the Savvy Ladies Gala is coming up. Get your tickets because these will sell out. And I don't know if you know what we're going to have it. I heard it's going to be at NASDAQ. Y'all already know how beautiful NASDAQ is. Don't let us get in our zone, so get your tickets now. Finally, if you would love to check out our free gifts on our website, y'all want to make it rain like snow in your business, check out what we're doing, please go to www.perfectpitchgroup.com/free gifts. You'll get the first chapter of my Rainmaking 101 from day one, packaging, position, and pitching, and you'll also get your own little document, Make It Rain Like Snow in Your Business. And so, wait, before I go, let me just check. There's a comment. Link for the podcast. Oh, Queen, did I not put it in there? The podcast for Savvy Ladies, Queen. I thought it was scrolling by. Let me see. Savvy. I'm gonna see if I can do it here. ladies.org/podcast. I think it's power. Oh shoot, I don't even know how to do. Okay, see, I'm already acting up. Okay, what did I just do? Okay, wait. I don't know what I just did, y'all. Hold on. I don't know what I just did. Oh, yes. Sorry, Queen. You know, I'm over here on the struggle bus. I'm like, yeah, either one of those. Yes, Queen. I'm sorry. I was over here trying to figure this out. And also, can y'all let me know if you think I should do the Rainmaking Speaker live experience again in New York on September 14th or 21st, 2024. And we're going to have an amazing dinner afterwards. Pitch Bold, Profit Gold. Or if you all are interested in the Rainmaking Speaker Workbook Companion, just to test, even if you don't come to the live, would you like the Workbook Companion? So even if you can't come to the live, would you like to know what's in that Workbook Companion ebook? Let me know. Is that something I'd be interested in? Anyway. Thank you, Malik. I really appreciate that. Anyway, y'all, we're going into our fourth quarter. Let's kill it. Let's make it rain like snow. And for those who've lost their positions and their jobs, for those who feel like they don't have anywhere to turn to, may we be a great resource and a great steward of the services and resources we have available to help others. I know what it's like to be at rock bottom. And the angels and the kings and the queens that came to help me so that I could serve from a heart of service. Thank you all for loving me when a lot of people didn't care. And as big as my heart is, I hope y'all can see my real heart. Thank you all so very much for coming out to another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. I love you all to the grave and beyond. And we have one last, Jawan. Am I saying your name right? Queen Jawan. Hello. Thanks for this platform. I know. Thank you, LinkedIn. Thank you, StreamYard. And thank you all for coming out today. If you know someone who should watch this episode, please send them to watch this episode. They'll really love it. And I won't reach out to them, but if there are any links that you want, if you want the link to our website, if you want the link to the Luminary event that's happening August 6th and 7th, if you want the link to Pitch Bold, Profit Gold, and possibly become a member or learn more about it, or if you just want to keep up with Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show, please keep coming. Next week, tomorrow, our Pitch Please newsletter comes out. Y'all already know it's about to be lit up in here. So from your girl, as I take the stage from New York to Vegas, Toronto, Virginia twice, Atlanta twice. Oh, we about to thug it out. Y'all want to be Rainmaking speakers? Come check this. Come get this work. I love you all. Mwah. True T. Bye. Oh, wait, one more. Okay. I look forward to hearing you. See you one day. All right, Jawan. Take care, everybody. Mwah. Bye.